2 a.m., Caracas, Venezuela. The city is plunged into total darkness. For months, the most elite forces in the world were training in secret. They built a full-scale replica of a presidential compound. They studied a world leader's every move, down to what he ate and the habits of his pets. On Friday night, at 10:46 p.m., the order was given. 5 words: good luck and Godspeed. This wasn't just a raid, it was a massive air and sea assault involving 150 aircraft. The goal? To extract a sitting president from his own fortress. Today, we're breaking down the stunning details of how U.S. forces captured Nicolás Maduro. To pull this off, the U.S. needed more than just firepower. They needed the element of surprise. General Caine, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, revealed that the mission had been ready since December. They were just waiting for 2 things: the right weather and the perfect moment to minimize civilian casualties. But how do you fly dozens of helicopters into a hostile capital without being seen? They used the terrain as a shield, flying just 100 feet above the water to stay under radar. But the most striking detail? President Trump mentioned that the lights in Caracas went dark during the mission.
All Venezuelan military capacities were rendered powerless as the men and women of our military, working with U.S. law enforcement, successfully captured Maduro in the dead of night. It was dark. The lights of Caracas were largely turned off due to a certain expertise that we have.
With the city in a total blackout and the air defense systems dismantled by U.S. drones and fighters, the extraction force, including the FBI and elite military units, was at the front door before the regime even knew they were there. It wasn't a silent entry. As the team reached the compound, they were met with a wall of gunfire. One helicopter was struck but remained in the air. Inside, the scene was chaotic. Maduro realized the danger and made a run for it. He wasn't heading for a car, he was heading for a safe room. Trump described it as a room of solid steel. Maduro reached the door, but he wasn't fast enough. The U.S. team bum-rushed the entrance before he could lock it. And if he had, the president claimed the military was prepared with massive blowtorches to breach the steel in just 47 seconds. Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, surrendered on the spot. By 3:29 a.m., the team was back over international waters. The indicted persons were on board. Maduro wasn't being taken to a secret site. He was being brought to the U.S. to face the Southern District of New York. While the military operation was a success, the diplomatic fallout was just beginning. Secretary of State Marco Rubio revealed that this didn't have to happen. Maduro had been offered very generous deals to leave power voluntarily.
This guy had multiple opportunities to find his way somewhere else and figure out another. He could have been living somewhere else right now very happy, but instead he wanted to play big boy.
Now the U.S. faces a new challenge. President Trump has stated the U.S. will oversee a judicious transition in Venezuela until a new government can be established. Is this the start of a new era for South America or the beginning of a massive international legal battle? One thing is certain: Operation Absolute Resolve will be studied by military tacticians for decades. What do you think about the scale of this operation? Let us know in the comments.